So if you are feeling down, this is the video to watch, I guess, if you want to feel like somebody's on the same page, which we were all just kind of like, like what's in the air? Like, it's so weird. People have crappy days too. Once the buzz wore off, I'm like, I can't do this. Like, I can't do the same thing every single day. I'm starting something and I'm quitting again, like I've done so many other times in my life. So I guess I was just being a little bit hard on myself. And hey guys, welcome to Self-Care Sundays with Sophia, where we talk about self-love, self-growth, and everything in between. Today's video is going to be very different than usual. I was actually feeling down and I wanted to just film how I feel. So if you are feeling down, this is the video to watch, I guess, if you want to feel like somebody's on the same page. I'm kind of out of it now, but for the last week, first of all, I'm sick, and it is January, filming this right now, I think it's January 11th, and I've basically been sick the entire year on and off. And I was just so excited for the new year because I love New Year's and I love that fresh slate feeling, but I've done nothing. I haven't been to the gym. I'm doing dry January and I've meditated every morning. That's one thing I've stayed consistent with, but generally I just don't feel good. Like, I had this wave of hopelessness that was so strong, and I haven't felt it in so long, that I was just kind of like, what am I doing with my life? Am I doing this right? What is this? Like, I had one of those weird, like, just dark hopelessness feelings of like, you know how like when you watch space stuff and you think about like just what happens after we're gone, and just that kind of weird, eerie feeling. So I was on FaceTime. Excuse me, I was on FaceTime with my brother and my sister, and I was telling them this, and they were feeling the same way, which we were all just kind of like, like what's in the air? Like, it's so weird. Mind you, it just started snowing today in Vancouver, so maybe it's something to do with the weather, or just that post-Christmas feeling where it's just like blah, everything's very flat. But I just was so excited, and I felt so motivated and inspired, as I normally do in the start of a year, the new year, but I've just felt like total crap. And my brother and my sister encouraged me, and that felt really nice. And I even just things like with this channel, for example, I've always felt like I'm very passionate about self-love and giving love to other people, encouraging them, and helping anybody else any way I can, as far as confidence and just mental health, anything along those lines, I've always felt really passionate about. And my whole life, I've always kind of struggled with like my thing or my niche, because I don't know if it's just because I'm a Gemini or I've just had a very like scattered life, but I've never been able to have one thing that's my thing and be good at it, and that's what I'm known for. I know a lot of people also feel this way. Like, that's why, for example, a professional baseball player, baseball, that's their thing. They've always done it. Their whole life revolves around baseball. I haven't really had something like that, which honestly is actually fine. A lot of people are like that. But I found in my life, there's been a lot of things that I've started and not finished. Like, I started and then I gave up, which made me feel really bad about myself. And I really challenged myself. This channel, just this series, it's only one video a week, Self-Care Sundays. I challenged myself to commit to this, and I was kind of feeling at a period where it's like, okay, it really hasn't grown very much, which I'm fine with, to be honest, because I know YouTube takes time, and I'm very proud of what I put out. I feel like my content is good. It makes me happy, even if 2 people watch it. The few comments that I get makes me so happy. But I just was kind of feeling like, hey, I'm running out of ideas. Like, I've done so many different topics. I guess I can do repeat topics, because a lot of YouTubers, they repeat the same message over and over again. And I enjoy watching them, just listening to the same message over and over again to ingrain it into my brain. But again, it's like that thing of like, what's my niche? What's my main thing? You know, I love being able to do a bunch of different things, but at the same time, I feel like to be successful in life, you have to kind of zero in on one thing. And that's been kind of hard for me. For example, like with career, I mean, I've been really blessed that I've had an Instagram following. I've been able to rely on Instagram. It's been probably 8 or 9 years, 9 years now. I think 2014 was my first paid deal. So obviously I have a big following on Instagram, and to transition to YouTube, it's going to be harder. So I've been easy on myself for that reason, because I'm not really known for this. On Instagram, I just post like fashion, beauty, typical Instagram girl stuff, right? Whereas here, I like to talk about stuff that I really, really care about and I'm passionate about, and I'm not known for that yet. So of course that's going to take time, which I'm okay with, but I really thought that self-care was something I could talk about forever and I would never run out of ideas. But like the last I guess couple weeks, I've been feeling kind of like on a slump. I talked to my brother and my sister and they're like, why don't you talk about this? Like, you always have like these high energy, peppy videos. Why don't you, if you feel like shit, just share that? Because I don't know, I can't do it all, like people have crappy days too. The main thing is just being able to talk yourself out of it. And sorry, I didn't finish my story. Okay, so Instagram, yeah, I've been very blessed. Transitioning to YouTube, it's hard. It's a different audience. I'm not known for this, whatever, right? So Instagram, I've been blessed. And in my career, I've been so blessed that I've had such a chill lifestyle and I've been taken care of. I love Instagram. I'm so grateful for everything I've gotten from that. Anyway, before Instagram took off, I went to a spa school, like I guess Americans would call it cosmetology school, like aesthetics and beauty and spa stuff. And then, so I finished that. And then I wanted to do my nursing school so that I could work in a medical spa. But when I first finished the aesthetics program, I worked in a spa for maybe 2-3 months I lasted. And I realized I don't want to massage people. I liked giving facials, but I don't want to do people's nails. I did all that to come to learn and realize, I just like being pampered. And it's like, I don't actually want to work in the spa. I just love going to the spa. And then when I didn't end up going to nursing school, but I upgraded all my high school courses and then all the first year university courses. So I was ready to apply. And that's when my Instagram started taking off. Then I moved to LA and did the reality TV thing. But thank God I never did that, because I cannot do blood. I can't even talk about it or watch any type of gory stuff. And then I years later realized, okay, the nursing school thing, I don't actually want to do that. I just was excited about the school because I loved learning the biology, chemistry. I love science, anatomy and physiology. I love that stuff. But doing it, however, absolutely not. So it just was it's tough to know what you want to do in your life. And I'm 32 now and I'm still kind of trying to figure it out. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, don't feel bad if you don't feel like you don't have a thing, because most people don't, and that's okay. It's just hard to know, what do you care about enough to not want to give up on? Because everything I do, I'll get sick of it. Like even all the jobs I've had over the years since I was younger, I would always, once the buzz wore off, I'm like, I can't do this. Like I can't do the same thing every single day. I really wanted to challenge myself with this channel. It's very doable, 1 video a week. Who can't do that? But I found myself getting, my biggest fear was happening. Am I getting to that point where I'm starting something and I'm quitting again, like I've done so many other times in my life? So I guess I was just being a little bit hard on myself. And anyway, I had that dark, hopeless feeling. Like if I stop filming self-care Sundays, where is the passion going to be in my life? You know what I mean? Like I'm still doing Instagram deals and that, but obviously taking pictures, like I'm blessed to be able to do it, but it's not like passion and giving me life. You know what I mean? So this is something that I actually really care about. But then to be honest, I had that juggle of okay, well, what makes me qualified? Like, I'm not a psychologist. I studied a little bit, but I'm not qualified. But then I realized well, who is qualified? Like, if you care about something enough, you can do anything. But I did have that period, last week, especially in the last couple of weeks, who am I to do this? And do I really want to do this? I've had on my vision board going on Jake Shetty's podcast, doing a TED talk. I've always wanted to write a book about self-love, confidence, mental health, just everything in that topic. And I had that weird moment of well, do I really want to do that? Or do I just enjoy, do I just enjoy it? Do you know what I mean? Is the spa example. Do I actually want to work in a spa, or did I just enjoy going to the spa? So it's hard to know interest versus what you're meant to do. Anyway, that's all to say. I realized that the reason, it also probably was just life, but I was feeling super down because I quit chewing Nicorette gum. And I was chewing it for about 2 years straight. And I realized, and I Googled too, symptoms once you stop chewing Nicorette gum can be depression, which like every hour, hour and a half, or 2 hours, however often I was chewing the gum, I was chewing a lot of it, but it would be like an instant hit of dopamine. And then to just cut that out completely, of course I'm gonna feel down. Of course I'm gonna feel hopelessness. So also I was eating so much salt and vinegar chips, I fully just like replaced my addiction. In a week, I ate 3 family-sized bag of salt and vinegar chips. So obviously I kind of felt like shit that way too, because I was eating not as much, like not good, not going to the gym because I've been sick, and I got rid of my Nicorette gum because New Year's resolution, I quit. So yeah, I felt a lot better after realizing that, okay, that's probably the reason you were feeling down. It's gonna be okay, and I'm actually feeling way better now. Like I'm back in the zone. I'm excited about self-care Sundays again, and that mentality is gone. Thank God, because it was a very dark period, and it wasn't just like about this YouTube channel. It was about a lot of different areas in my life. Like, what am I doing? Like, am I doing this thing life right? Like just weird feelings like that. So I'm glad to say that I've officially shaken it. I'm not 100% better as far as being sick, but whatever, that'll come. I'm really missing the gym though. I have remembered there's been times like this though, or even just like a day, sometimes it lasts a few days, where I'm fully feeling like I felt the last week for no reason. Like not even just because I stopped chewing Nicorette gum. Sometimes there's days where you randomly for no reason feel like crap and you feel hopeless. You feel like you're not doing life right. Your inner voice is not good. And that's totally normal. As long as you can talk yourself out of it, feel what you need to feel, obviously. But as long as you can talk yourself out of it and kind of be like, hey, Kay, we're just having a bad day. Let's feel it, write it out. But this isn't definitive. This does not mean this is the truth. These are just thoughts. Let them come and go and wash it away. Another thing too, when I was venting to my sister and my brother, actually this is later when I was talking to just my sister, I was saying kind of how like I feel like I've been doing all the right things as far as like manifestation, journaling, meditating, affirmations. I'm happy, I feel good, I'm in a vibration of the things that I want to attract. And I kind of hit that period also of like, well, where is it? Like, where's my reward? I've done the work, where's the reward? And my sister sent me this TikTok after that basically said, do you ever wonder why your manifestations aren't coming? Well, that's exactly why, because you're wondering why. You're spending your time focusing on why they're not here. And I said to her, I'm like, okay, I do this event maybe like once every 6 months. And every time I do it, you say this same thing. Like you'll send me a TikTok that says that. And I literally don't focus on the fact that it's not here. I spend every waking hour, like a good majority of my day feeling constant gratitude. Like I love my life. I truly do. So happy and blessed with everything that I have. But my point is, I'm so not doing that. And I said to her, I'm like, I feel like every time I vent about this, which is once every 6 months, you say that. And then I feel like I also say that you say that. So sometimes, unfortunately, I think it's just the reality is you can't control the timing. That's the universe's job or God's job. Your job is to just keep being happy, keep living your best life, and be grateful regardless, because what else are you gonna do? Like sometimes it just does take time. Sometimes you could be doing the right thing for years on end and the thing you want still doesn't come. It might never come. That's the thing about life is you can do what you can to attract a good life, but at the end of the day, you might not win the $1 billion lotto if that's what you've been trying to manifest. Do you know what I mean? Like not all of the cards are in your favor to get what you want. Like yes, in theory, like you can have anything you want if you just focus on it and pray for it and manifest it. But sometimes we just gotta be honest, and not everything is meant for you. The idea is you have to trust in the higher power or the universe or God that they know what's best for you. Because let's say you really want this thing and it never does end up coming. Well, that's because you just have to trust that they have something even better, more fitting, and something that will fulfill you more. They have that in store for you. So as long as you just keep having faith, you're gonna be better off. Because that's the whole thing too, is like if you just really want something and you can't let go, that's like being in resistance. And like, yes, you may think you want it, but you just got to have faith and trust in your higher power that they know what's best for you. So yeah, I guess my point is it's normal to feel frustrated when you're doing all the right things and you're not getting the results you want. That's just life. Like, life would be way too easy if you just did the right thing, 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, and there's the reward. Like, there's always going to be speed bumps, and there's got to be times that you can actually value the thing when it comes more, if it ever does, which most likely it will, but you have to know that there's a chance it won't. So yeah, I guess my point is to just live your life with faith. Let go of anything that you feel like you really need, like let go of that resistance, and have trust that the higher power has it covered for you, and you're gonna have a good life regardless. Also, what you can do when you're in a period like that and you feel like you're just kind of waiting for your manifestation, it's a good time to kind of reevaluate what your dreams and goals are, because you're constantly changing every single day. And if you have the same dream for years on end, you might actually change your opinion if you actually still want that or not, because you've grown as a person, you've gone through different experiences. Maybe that's not as desirable anymore. And you know how, like I've said before, we work on autopilot, we kind of just keep going and doing the same thing over and over again once we wire it into our brain. When we're at a period, like I just said, it's a good time to look at the list and actually sit and meditate with it and be like, okay, do I actually still want this thing? Like, sometimes you kind of change, and it's a good time to reevaluate and make sure you're working towards the thing. Because maybe if you really sit there and look at it and be like, you know what, I don't think this is in alignment with who I am or who I'm becoming. I don't really think I want this anymore. It's kind of like when you have a crush on a guy and then you realize after time, I don't think he's the one for me. Like, you change, you evolve, your opinions are going to change. So it's important to constantly check in and see if these things really are going to serve you to live your best life and be your happiest self. Anyway, I am gonna make some tea and hopefully 100% shake this cold or flu or whatever I have, because I miss the gym so much and I really wanna get better. And I feel like everybody's sick right now, but if you are experiencing the same thing physically or mentally, like just feeling like that mental slump that I was feeling, I hope and pray that you can take this time to heal, reevaluate, go through the motions, and just know that it's going to be okay. Nothing is permanent. Everything in life is temporary, the good stuff and the bad stuff. So you'll be fine as long as you can just wait it out. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'm Sophia Pearson. You can find me on all my social medias at Sophia Pearson. Thank you for watching Self-Care Sundays with Sophia. Bye.